Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Did I get this? Hold on a second. Oh, shit. Mute that. Let's go. I'd like to thank everybody for joining, taking the time out your night. Real Bread Life. Real Bread Life everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. TikTok is Breadville. Facebook is Real Bread Life with two E's. If you're watching me on Instagram and YouTube. I am Jug, aka J Rome. So I had a couple different things I wanted to talk about tonight, but the main thing is communication, in all ways, shapes, and forms. So we'll get into it. I'll give a couple minutes for any of the people that want to join and normally jump in. So I'll wait a few minutes. Other than that, um, we got we got a lot of appreciation for everybody that watched the videos, the live from last week, everything else that's up on the platforms, subscribing, supporting. A lot of questions, a lot of feedback, a lot of comments that I'm getting in the emails, and even from other platforms, people with other businesses, consulting, and things of that nature, and asking us about different aspects of the vending business, whether it's the cookies, the chips, the bread, or last week seemed we seem to spend a little bit of extra time talking about the tasty cake, which is a Flowers product, which is something that Flowers delivers. We deal with most of the guys that are on with me, and I deal with other than Clinton. We deal with Beambo, which is our cake distributor would be Entenmann's. So we had a lengthy discussion back and forth about the tasty cake and how Flowers is pushing the tasty cake, and in different areas, the emphasis that's put on the tasty cake and how they want it to be sold in the stores and at what rate, and just things of that nature. We don't see it that often from the people that we know that do it. And again, I have a couple people that I'm familiar with that are in that business or works with that company. So I'm just waiting to get some feedback from them, whether it be the people I know that do the vending themselves or the management people. So again, I apologize for not having that information on hand as in depth as I would like it to be, but it is coming. And once I do get it, I will make a video 8 to 10 minutes. And if it's more information and it's a video requires me to go a little longer, I will. But again, I just don't have all the correct information, and that was the response I gave to someone that had messaged me or emailed me and asked me a few different things. I let them know I don't have the information. I'm not going to fluff it, fake it, or just say what I think it is. I'd rather give the correct information. So that's what that is about the tasty cake. And again, if Clinton is around and he comes on, then he may have a little bit more information. But that's what I got about the tasty cake. So other than that, one of the things that I wanted to talk about in the realm of communication is the different ways that we use the communication, the different ways we go through communication. Um, what's up, Los? How you? Thanks for joining me. So when I say the communication, there's so many different levels, and from I'm gonna go all over the place with the communication, and feel free if you are able to send me a question, a comment in the chat, and if you want to get in, I'll actually put the link on the um, chat session for anybody, and if you just message me and let me know that who you are and if you want to get in. So here's the thing. So I'm gonna just give you a few different ways that communication it's important all the way around. So let's just go with it from the morning from the start of our day. Most of us get up early in the morning. So if you don't live alone and you have a wife, a husband, or a partner, or someone in the house with you, you may be communicating with them when you leave. That's going to be the start. And even if you don't talk to them, there's a nonverbal communication which you leave in the residence. Somewhere they know, they feel it, or it's heard. And so that's the first communication, is that leaving the house. Next, we're on the highway, on the road, whether you take a back road, you live down the street, you sleep outside, you're somewhere going where you need to get. You're communicating with the other people on the road. Again, that's a form of communication when you're just navigating through the traffic and you're making your way to wherever you're going for that day. After that, you're going to get to your sales center or your depot or your distribution center or wherever you load your truck or wherever you pick up your product. You're going to communicate with your shipper. If you're inside of a depot or a sales center like we are, you may be communicating with other vendors, trading product, sharing product, just talking about things that have to do with the bread. Communication is happening on that level, as well as, again, with the shipper. You're going to communicate your device. Now, that's just us. I don't know who else is using a device or not. There was still, up until a few years ago, a lot of companies still using paper, carbon copies, 3-sheet carbons, and things of that nature. They're communicating on paper. We're communicating with a handheld. We're accepting a load. We're checking a load. We're buying a load on the handheld, which is communicating. It says it there, communication. So that's a form of communication. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. So there are so many different ways that we communicate, from just starting our day, our morning, and getting through it. Once we communicate, we jump in the vehicle and we're off to the store or our first stop, whether it's a facility or arena, or if it's a what's that, a restaurant, supermarket, whatever it is. You're going to get there and you're going to talk to the receiver. Someone's going to open a door for you. What happens? You have to communicate. You're going to talk to that person in some way, shape, or form. That's a form of communication. You're going to go into the store. You may have to navigate the back of the store. You got to communicate with the people working in the store. You got to communicate with the people in the aisle. Communication is happening on all different levels. Sounds trivial. It sounds like some of you may be saying, yeah, we know. What are you talking about? I say that to say this. Everyone doesn't understand how communication is so important when they're doing this job that we do. And you don't have to give everyone a hug. You don't have to, treat everyone like a long lost friend. You just have to communicate simple pleasantries of, hey, good morning, everything okay, just talking to the receiver and the receiver talking to you. Now, here's where I'm going with this communication. All those different levels and ways of communication that I spoke of, getting to the sales center, depot, or wherever you load your truck, to communicate that device, to buy your product, to go put that product in the store. Now, I talked about the receiver. Here's where I'm going. There's time that I get to one or two of my stops or whatever. Say the receiver's giving me information about the store, about the request that she's getting from someone in the store, about where to place my product, where I need to put the product that I'm storing in the store. What am I talking about? We bring in bread to certain stops that may be 6 stacks, 8 stacks, 10 stacks, 12 stacks. Some people deliver a lot of bread every day. Some people deliver a little bit of bread to certain stops every day. But what happens in these stops is we have what's called back stock. Back stock, the stock we leave in the back of the store that we need to put up the next day, or the stock we leave in the store that we need to come back later in the day and put up. Because once we leave the store and we bring the truck home, or we bring the truck back to the sales center and we're in our own personal private vehicles, we have to go back and service some of these businesses again. And once we service them stores, we fulfill our obligation in the contractual agreement to service the store, as well as just doing good business to make sure we sell our product. But the only way this works is if we have the product in the store. Why am I saying this? For this reason. I got information that I could not bring product into a store on a certain level because They did not have space for the bread because the other people in the store are complaining that the stacks of bread are in their way. They can't maneuver and do their job. Now, that may be true. But what is also true, if you're a $1 billion company doing millions of dollars in a store, you should be able to figure out a space for the other $1 million company to service your store and leave the product so that you can do business. This isn't a favor we're asking. This isn't a, hey, look out, if you could, please, I would appreciate it. It's business. In order to do business, the communication has to be correct on all levels. Everyone needs to communicate correctly. I'm the vendor. There's a receiver. There's management in a store. There is a grocery manager. There is a store manager. There's an assistant manager. There's a head manager. There are so many different levels of management. Now, there's different managers throughout the store, but what's happening is management that's not in control or responsible for the area that my product may be in are given direction or communicating to the people that are handling my product in the store. So the old adage or the old phrase is, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. That may sound inappropriate. I can say that. I'm going to tell you why. My lineage and my heritage, my family are Native Americans on a side of my family. So feel how you want to feel. I'm telling you what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Okay? That's what's happening. I don't understand why we can't get clarity on a level with people that are in position that are so-called management. Now, I'm not talking about the people that manage our product in the sales center. They've been very helpful on my end when I communicate these things to them. I just want to be clear on that. On all levels, on the level of the person that's in my territory that goes to the stores in question, and the person in the sales center that I talk to regularly. We have a great back and forth. That's not the issue. The issue is in the store. I'm just going to be straight up with it. The issue is in the store. I don't know what else to do at this point because it is a problem. You cannot sell bread if you don't have the bread. You cannot sell anything if you don't have it. So that's what I'm saying. That's just the truth. So that's that one issue of communication that's happening for me. Now that's just me, and I'm just giving you my thing of why I wanted to speak about that type of communication. And I'll let anyone else tap in and give me whatever they have as far as them having an issue. Another part is another store that I have. So, again, if you're not familiar with the bread business, you're not going to understand this. But most of the people on here are and do. And I'm sorry if you're on Instagram and you're watching me, I don't have any way of... hold on a second. I don't have any way of, how you say that, like communicating on both platforms. So here's my other thing. And I know some people are writing comments and I'll put them up in a second. So in another store, what I'm having an issue with is this. Stores get audited. Stores get upper management on different levels come through and they do audits. They do check-ins in the stores and they do what, I don't know if it's quality control or they're checking up on their territory and they're just, they're doing what they do and they're entitled to do that in their business. But when we're doing business together, there's a breakdown in the communication as far as this. We sell bread and it has a date of expiration. We used to bring it into the stores and it had a date to be pulled. excuse me, when I say pulled, it means to be taken out of the store before it expires. And the 2 days are maybe 3 to 4. The dates on the bag are 2 to 3 days apart. Meaning, if I'm supposed to pull this off the shelf on the 3rd, it's going to expire on the 7th. And I'm telling you that for this reason. Recently, I was in one of my stores and I came in and all of my bread was in the back in a carriage. It was in a carriage and it had 6 days till it expired. I'm telling a story. It wasn't even 6. This bread didn't expire till the 7th, which is next week. The 7th, which is next week. I think that's the 7th, maybe next Friday. Next Friday, this Monday, or I'm sorry, Tuesday, I came in and my bread was in a carriage. Not one piece, not 2 pieces. $229 worth of bread was in a carriage. Now, some of it was private, some of it was name brand. When I say that, I mean it was store brand and it was the label brand, meaning like Arnold or Freihofer, and some of it was just store brand bread. So, but the point is this: even if it was cheaper bread, it was still $200 worth of bread. So, what I'm saying is this: they pulled the bread because they're getting an audit, or someone's coming into the store, someone's checking their bread, and they don't want to have bread out of code. You can't have bread out of code a week in advance. It's just not, no, that's not possible. So the reason I'm saying this because it's bad communication. That's not how you do business. That's not. The same way I said about management in the sales center is good. My personal MSL, great. The store manager who runs the store, great dude, good guy, not his doing. He has no control over that. So what I'm saying is, I don't think it's something he's like, what I'm basically saying is the communication is bad because someone needs to figure that out. They just need to figure it out. It's just bad. So it's a breakdown in communication with them being audited, they're checking or quality control. I don't know what it is. They have so much that they're trying to do to fix issues that have nothing to do with what we're doing. It's the thing of, you got a flat tire and you're changing the oil. Like, I don't even know but that's what I'm saying. They got a screwdriver and they need a wrench. That's what I'm saying. So it's just bad, and it's just losing money is not what anyone wants to do. So that's my thing today, my mini rant, and just about the communication. So again, the people that I communicate with personally, thank you, appreciate you, and so that I don't want it to sound like everything's negative. I have positive communication a lot of times with the guys and in a lot of the places that I do service. So, that again, the sales center, great. My personal MSL, great. So that was the other thing like that. My one other thing happened recently, and it was today. And Brandon could speak to this if he gets on. He has practice today with his basketball team. It was a miscommunication with the product, and oops, my bad doesn't change the fact when someone orders extra 100 bagels in, oh, my bad, I meant to tell you English muffins. That's not cool. It doesn't work like, can't you just take them back? Take them back to where? There's nowhere to take them back to. He owns them. So it's just bad communication. Again, but that's his story. I just was there for it, and I'll let him tell it. So with that, Los, thank you. Hey, Isaac, what's going on? So Isaac, is a chip route good? Yeah, I mean, depends on where it is, how much you're paying for it, how much it sells, and things of that nature, Carlos, and I was talking about the invoices. Yeah. Yeah, Lupus, Lupis, Apicella, and Chavez. Yeah, they do. Cause I see my man Cyril writing his tickets all the time in East Center. Yup. So they do still write the tickets. Um, am I native? No, I'm a black man. I'm just saying. I got some native Indian blood in my system. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, my mom's side, my people's down south. So, Carolina, what's going on, good brother? Let's go, let's go. Thanks for joining us. Especially if the vendor is carrying the store private label. Yeah, man, you already know that's what I was talking about, because I do. And both of them. Two dates, the Julian date and expiration date. Yeah. Oh, you gonna go technical, huh? You gonna go technical with the Julian? That's the management in you. Even though you ain't anymore. They're complaining about too many stacks on the floor or the back room. Not on the floor. What they're talking about is just in the back rooms. And my thing with that, and Benzie, is that they can't figure out where they want us. Just say there's 6 different vendors coming in there. I'm going to say Flowers, Schmidt, Beambo, Pepperidge Farm, the Mission Guy. And then you got the what's that? The Chips are there every day. And then, okay, Entenmann's, Little Debbie. That's 8 vendors every morning coming in the store. And of the 8, I would say probably Little Debbie doesn't leave back stock, and everyone else does. Oh, and Thomas. So 9 vendors. 2 of them may or may not leave back stock that often, but everyone else is leaving. And okay, Beanbo is private label. Then you got the label bread. So yeah, it's all over the place. They just can't come up with a spot, and it's getting to be annoying. And this is nothing right now. It's winter time. I promise you, once May and June hit and it starts to be roll season, it's going to be a real problem. It's going to be a real problem. And you already know, Carolina, it's going to be a problem. I have an opportunity to buy a Pepperidge Farm bread route. It's selling for $275,000, 11.3 weekly average sales, 13 stores, including a few small businesses and local chain stores. Is this a good deal? It could be a good deal. Again, I don't know where you're located. I don't know how big it is. I don't know, if you I'm gonna put my email up. If you email me, and we could take a look and like break it down a little more for you. It sounds good. I mean, I'm just not sure. I can't. If there was some other people up here, we could probably get a little breakdown for you. But I'm trying to navigate through these, and Jug, you don't do Entenmann's. Bimbo handles that line in South Carolina. No, Carolina, what I'm saying is we don't do Entenmann's, but that's in my sales center. They come out of there. So I'm just saying, as far as Beambo goes, that's connected. That's out of our depot. The Entenmann's guys come out like we're in the same building. You know what I mean? And they see down in your area. That's he said Beambo handles that line, and so that's everywhere. That's a Beambo thing. Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna get you this. This is the email right here. All right. So I'm gonna leave that up for a quick second. You can email me, and Mel, if you want, you could email me, and we'll give me a little more information, and we'll chop it up for you. I'll put together a video for you, and send it back. And if you want, you could even set up a time, and I'll come on with you, and because different times other than now, I could have somebody to come on with me, and we could give you a little better insight. It doesn't have to be live. So yeah, that was the my main thing I wanted to talk about with the communication, and just I just wanted to be, like I said, not all negative. I don't have all negative things about communication. There's positive communication throughout my day as well. It's just that's some of the stuff that's kind of frustrating me right now, and it's bad because I'm seeing down the road, like I said a minute ago, for May, June, July, August, and going into next September. And even though we're just starting the year, we're in February. I know what's about to happen. I know where this is going. I know what it's going to be, and again, it's just trying to get ahead of this all. And the hardest thing is to get everybody on the same page. And I just want it to be harmonious. You know, it's nothing like just doing good business and stacking. That's what it's all about. We just want to build. We just want to build. And the thing I always say, and Carlos, you know this because you're in the store with me. I always say to everybody, we're all doing the same thing. Anytime I ran into an issue with a vendor, whether it was a space issue or moving stuff around or whatever, hey man, we're all in here doing the same thing. And at this stage in life, I don't have the energy to bring negative energy into my life. So I don't want to argue. I just want to get the job done. I want everybody to win. There's enough room, enough bread to make enough bread so everybody could get a slice. So I just want everybody to win. We got enough time to just figure this out. So Isaac, thanks for joining. I glad you took some time out to check us out. So I hope you got the email, Mel. Get at me. We'll figure this out. I had the other thing I wanted to talk about was I had the gentleman that I've been working with. Like I said, we've been in contact for over a year now, and he's preparing to buy a route, and he asked me to do some things for him. So we're going to be working with him, and we're going to make sure that we give him all the correct information and do what we need to do to set him up the right way so that he could win in this business. And once he gets everything done and completed, we'll get him in the studio, do a video with him, and talk about his experience. We're also got some couple other people going to be closing on routes soon. We're going to get videos with them, and we're going to get their story. I actually have someone that just sold a route, closed on, got that all done, and we're going to be bringing them in. So I'll have a new video up soon. And the reason I'm saying all this is for this reason. There's no more, with our company at least, the LLC is not acceptable. You have to be incorporated. So you have to do your incorporation before you can purchase the route. And a few weeks back, if people have, same people are on the live and listening and watching, you'll watch this video back. We talked extensively about the process when you're buying a route. Okay, I got you. Just I don't see you on the screen yet. It'll let me know when you're there. Hold on a second. Yeah, it'll let me know when you're there. I'll see a box and I'll put you on, Clinton. So we talked extensively about the process. If you go back in the chat, I'll put it up again for you, Clinton. If you want, you could just hit this one right here. All right. So, we talked about the thing about the brokers and what to expect from them and what to ask. Well, this is what I can say. I gave him some things to ask them. I gave him some questions to ask them. And then I started asking him, are they doing this, that, and this? No. Did they offer this, and this? No. Well, what are they doing? And he gave me a number of what he was going to be required to pay them in order for them to do the job. And I'm asking, well, what are the job? What are they doing? So my point is this: they were gonna help him with his purchase of the route, but they wanted him to pay them. No one over there ever told him he needed to form his incorporation first. So, you can't do anything. You have to have that. You can't, you just have to, there's steps to all these things. Instead of just trying to take someone's money, why don't you really help them through the process? That's my point. That's what I'm saying. My long dissertation is that it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the help. And I'm not saying that it isn't about the money sometimes, but it's a balance. Help, then get the money, or be clear on what you're doing for the money. People pay for a service. If you're not going to do the service, give the money back or don't accept it at all. And I asked them, what was the contract? What was stated in the contract clearly? There was none. I'm not doing business unless I give you a contract for you to read, to agree with, to agree upon, and then return to me. You're going to sign it. I'm going to sign it. We're both going to leave that signing meeting happy and have an understanding of what I'm providing for the money that you're providing and what the expected outcome of said money and said service is going to be. That's how you do business. Expectations. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end to everything. You say what you're going to do, you do it, and get the results. And that's just it. So hopefully everything goes good. And when his process is completed, we'll talk about it. We'll have a video and I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know everything, but I do know what I know. And I only could do what I know. And if I don't know, I got 10 other guys that know more. What I don't know, I got 10 other guys that do. I know the guy that does Khaleesi. Yes. I know the guy that does flowers. Yes. I know the guy that does Pepperidge, that used to do Pepperidge, that still does Pepperidge. Yes. I got the guy that does Beanbo. Yes. I know the guy that does the chips. Yes. Do I deliver chips? No. But I know someone. Do I deliver cookies? No. But I know someone. I don't deliver soda. But I know someone. What about milk? I know someone. Yes. So I'm just the guy with the vehicle. And I just let everybody else take a seat. And they yell out the window. If you want to listen, listen. So hold on a second. On your end, it's pitch black. I'm doing something wrong here. Let me see. Are you using the old link? Hold on a second. My man trying to get in here. Why is this not working? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Yeah. Clint, I don't know why it's not letting you in. And that must be the problem with everybody else because no one could get in. Let's try this again. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. I think I sent you the wrong one. Let's try this one. Damn it. There you go. Oh, I'm sending the wrong one. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was making a video earlier and I sent the wrong one. I did that to all 5 people. I'm thinking nobody was getting in. I sent the wrong link. Okay, let's see. I just sent it to your email again. Try that one. All right. My bad. Look at that. P, what's going on?
Nothing much. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you?
I'm alright.
So yeah, I sent you the wrong link earlier. I apologize for that. How's everything?
It's all right.
How's it going out there?
It's it's going 50-50.
You on live, so I just want to let you know.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. I can see it.
Okay, so yeah, so for people that don't know, it's my man Percy. Been doing the bread. He's been delivering bread for about a year, some change now. He delivers for Khaleesi. Started out with me before he got that spot. I trained him, showed him the business, and now he's rocking and rolling. But I want to hear why you don't feel like it's going good.
Say that one more
Yes,
time.
sir.
Hey Clinton, what's going on? White
What's
beater
going
day.
on, bro?
I
Yeah.
want to hear why you what's going on? You didn't sound too
What's up,
happy when
man?
you just got on, P. What's going on?
Oh, cause our depot.
No, no.
No,
Yeah,
Clinton.
they.
Hold on. No, not you. Percy. Percy, that's
Okay.
Clinton.
Hold up.
Okay.
Yeah, so no,
What's
I
up,
was just
Percy? What's up,
asking
man?
him what was
Chilling.
going on.
I'm
I'll
right.
get to you 1 second. Go ahead, P.
Okay.
Oh, cause our depot. Ever since we switched our shipping locations from I think it went from Lincoln to Providence. They've been messing up. They've been like cutting our bread and like for this whole week from like Saturday to like today, they just been messing up real bad. So it's been messing with ourselves.
You say Khaleesi is part of Bimbo also, right?
No,
No,
they're
totally different
independent.
company.
Yeah,
Mm.
they don't have independent drivers. They company owned.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Mm.
just have people they work. You guys union?
No,
Not union. Okay.
Which, if you don't mind me asking, what you guys' percentages?
I think it's like
Y'all
don't
get a
quote me
base
on
pay
this.
though. Y'all get
Yeah,
a
yeah,
base
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
no, they get
yeah,
a
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
base
We get
pay
a
and then
base
they do
pay,
percentage.
but don't
Okay.
quote me on this. I think it's like 5 or 8% for one ways, like 5 or 8%
We
for
hold on, we get
deliveries.
you a solid answer. Los, if you still
Yeah,
there,
yeah. I don't know.
it's all good.
I don't quite remember.
I think he hopped off.
Oh man.
Oh no, it's all good. Ha! Look at this guy. Watch this. It's in the stream audio.
Average white guys.
Let me switch this like this, and let's do it this way. There we go. Clinton, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, how you doing?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
He's
Yeah, I don't
frozen.
know. You froze.
Me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my
Oh, there you
hot man.
go.
I'm on my phone hotspot, man.
Okay, nah, you good. I'll give you the top
Yeah,
spot. Go ahead. So how's things?
yeah, pretty good, pretty good. They changed the Taekwondo. I would have been in using Sky Zone's hotspot. Well,
The
their
Wi-Fi you usually
Wi-Fi,
use.
but now I'm using my hotspot on my phone while my son's in Taekwondo now. So
Oh, okay.
and it's eight.
He'll come back. No, Los. Clinton was asking what's the percentage, and P wasn't sure. I just didn't know if you were still on. He was asking like what they do was for percentage wise with you guys. I know it's a base pay, but he was just asking how to what was like how the breakdown works as far as like like one ways or not one way. I don't know how it goes, but he was just trying to get some clarity. I didn't know if you could try give a little insight on that.
Percentages, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
My hot,
Carlos is still on, and he might he got to type it in. He'll let you know in a second. But
okay,
yeah, no, I got you. I know how that hotspot thing works.
man. Yeah, it ain't good. I can already tell. It's gonna be some issues. So
All
yeah,
good, but I appreciate you taking the time out to jump in anyway. So what I wanted to say last week we went on and on about that tasty cake, man. Whew. I got an email from a guy. I got, a couple comments, another email. Like people were asking, and I was trying to let them know, in which I was just talking about it before you got on. I don't know.
well, talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna email you. What it's another consultant, and he had gave me like a little breakdown. He was just trying to get a little more information, and I told him, I would, get you to give your insight. I can't give insight because I'm not that familiar with it. What looks good doesn't look good. If it's worth it, not worth it, things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo, I got you.
Yeah. So it was just so funny because I was somebody else told me they're like, man, y'all spent about 20 minutes on that tasty cake. I said it wasn't by design.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. Tasty
and
cake is
so it became a regional thing from here they do this, they don't do it over there, but it's cool because that's what this is for, just to share the information. That's why I love it. It's all good for me, and that's why I just wanted to give that information about the things I was going through communication wise as far as the backstock, and we had talked about it, but it just got to be, it's just ridiculous, man. I walked in and they're telling me cut your orders, don't bring any. Well, you can't tell me to cut my that doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Because what happens is, they pick the bread in the stores now as far as they sell from the store out the back of the store. They load the carts and bring them right to people's cars. People doing Instacart and things of that nature.
yeah.
They check the online sales. It's a part of the whole purchasing process. And if they see I'm cutting my orders, then all of a sudden now it becomes another issue. And that's what
Well,
happened.
we'll play the game. Oh, so what I do is when my Sam's Club, like okay, like back in the day, they were like, hey, you guys aren't allowed more than 3 stacks in the back room. I
Right.
said, okay, well, cool. So we played the game, and when it ran out, I mean, I told them, hey, that's it. I mean, I have no more product for you until the next day's delivery. So, I mean, I need you guys want me to have 95% stock. How can I be 95% stock if you're trying to keep me at I don't know, like a base level or something? I mean, it doesn't work like that, you know?
Right. And that's what happened. See, it's funny because I never even talked to you before about it. I did the same thing. Oh, this is what you want. No problem. No problem. I'll come in here and just fill this shelf every day and walk out. No problem. You're making
Yeah,
this easy. No rotation, no nothing, no
exa-
problem.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that ends real quick.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
you have
Oh,
a
so look.
BJ's, right?
No, no, no. Look, that's what Carlos put that up. That's for you.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay,
Appreciate it, Carlos.
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So yeah, so that's how it goes, and just so to give you that clarity, and the bigger the stop, the more stores it
Yeah.
works out.
Are they
Like
allowed
I
to
tell
take?
everyone, it's money to be made out here.
Are they allowed to take like stops from you?
No, no,
Say
no,
for
not no. You talking about me or you talking about the Khaleesi?
well, Khaleesi. I know they're not allowed to take stops from you, but Khaleesi.
Well, no,
When you
I
say
P
take
how
stops from us, what do you
your
mean?
stops
Like say for
your
instance,
route is your route, right?
okay. So if your route is doing too much, like say for instance, you're doing 20 grand and another route over here is doing 10 grand. They said, okay, well, we're gonna take a $5,000 stop from him. We're gonna try to even out the workload because you're an employee and it's not technically your territory.
No, see, I don't even work for them, and I know
Mm,
that's not how it works.
nah,
The
they don't
route
do
is just
that.
the route,
I
and
don't.
yo,
Do
I'm
they
gonna
do
tell
that
you
down
it's
there?
funny because I know because when Percy came on, the route he has, there was an opportunity for him to leave that route and go to another one, and he was like, ah. And then he was like, I should have left. You know what I mean? And now his route ain't small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just for me, I just was looking at it, and again, he could tell you, but he lives. Say you have a route in your town, and you
Yeah.
gotta drive a half hour to where the other route is. That's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
did that for 2 years. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
don't I
Yeah.
drive
Now
a
I
half hour every. I drive a half hour to go load the truck, so I get it.
really.
I
Mm-hmm.
get. See, look, my boy couldn't stay out that long. I like that. We
Uh,
we we made him engage.
There
Look,
we go.
we made him
uh,
engage.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I'm over here putting my food away, and when I heard that, I gotta get on.
Yeah.
No, they can't realign your route. It all depends. If there is a route that doing 12,000 or 15,000, as long as the guy can handle it and he's not working a lot of hours, because we do carry a DOT, so you only allowed to work so many hours in a week. Um, like for instance, we're allowed to work 6 days. If we work 7 days, the company could get penalized
Mm-hmm.
because of so many hours of driving
Do
because
you
we
think
carry
they'll ever?
DOT.
You think they'll ever sell you guys those
No.
routes?
Um,
I mean, that takes all the overhead off of
I,
them. I don't understand why they won't, but
I mean, from what I know, Khaleesi started up in Rhode Island, so they're well established over there. I know in Connecticut, when I used to work for IBC, we used to distribute their product, and then when they saw the writing on the wall for IBC, they left and they went to Bimbo. So Bimbo for a while was distributing the Khaleesi product, and then
mm,
from there it went to LePage, and from LePage it went to Gold Medal, and that
mm,
was just that was a nightmare. So the president of the company, Mike Khaleesi, and Mike Pritchard, which is the vice president of sales, they decided to open up like 3 depots at once because they
mm,
were just losing money. Because the way Gold Medal works is they'll put it in order, they'll come in, whatever don't sell, they throw out. So they're
mm,
losing a lot of money.
mm,
Um, but yeah, if depending if on the route, if the guy is working too many hours, they can change your route around. They could take some stops away.
they
as
can.
long
Okay,
as,
so
as
they
long as the guy's not going to get hurt money wise, and,
mm,
and and as long as the guy can handle the route and he's not stressed out that he's complaining that he's working too many hours, because we were having that problem because there are some routes that have 20, 25 stops. I mean, when
oh
I
yeah, yeah,
started,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, when I started with Khaleesi, after a year, um, there were times I used to do 35 stops. That's because I used to do chain stores and I used to have a lot of schools, and
Okay.
it's a lot of work. But
Yeah,
I used to make good money, so I didn't
yeah.
complain. See, I'm from the old school, so it didn't bother me. I don't come to work and I'm like this, watching the time. Not me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I get you. I understand you.
Yeah,
When it's done, right?
yeah, that's the way I am.
Yeah, I have my DOT number too. See, Flowers pulled that on us years back, It didn't sit too well. It worked. Now we had to do we had to do all the logging in and all that crazy, but it didn't last that long. It lasted for about 5 years. But I still keep the DOT number. I got it on the side of my bridge truck just in case. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still have it. It's still active. But I don't. I do every 2 years. I do have to go get DOT certified. Well, I have to get do the
Are you
pissing and all that stuff.
you carry a CDL?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
No, no, no. Yeah, just I'm keeping this number, and it's but I don't know. I just kept it, keeping it, and every 2 years I do the blood work and do the not the blood work, but the piss test and all that
Yeah.
every 2 years.
So
So um,
so real quick, so Los, I heard you say that the DOT thing. So they check you guys' hours, and it's kind of like the same as like the tractor trailers and the CDL drivers. Then, so you can't
Um,
work a certain amount of hours. Then,
it's somewhat it varies with that because I guess through the state you're only allowed to work so many hours in a week.
uh huh.
Um, but then again, we don't carry a CDL. You know, we're not a Class A, so we don't what's the word? We don't drive the state to state. So
Got you.
okay,
so it's becoming more competent not only for the company because of the state, but also because of Concentra. Because a lot of the companies they like to go through Concentra.
Yeah, yeah.
Concentra is the one that takes the
Yep,
big
yep.
business. But because Concentra, depending on your weight, if you have high blood pressure, they're making it very difficult. So now, anytime that you're above the normal weight for the person, because it goes by height, that automatically they want to send you go get a sleep apnea test.
I know a guy who lost a job
wow,
because of the sleep. They said he had sleep apnea, and
Yeah,
they wouldn't let him do the
that
job.
that to me is just total BS. It's all a scam because every time that you go and you come back, I mean, we don't pay for it, but the company pays for it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you're looking at $160 a pop every time you got to go back to Concentra. So I mean, just if that ever happens, you go through that, go through CVS. They don't do none of that nonsense.
How long have you guys been doing this? The
Um,
how
Khaleesi?
many well, I mean, the CDL, the doing what you said. How long are you guys on this? Man, how can I say it? What you
The
said every when
DOC,
they'll
the
send
Not
you.
DOT
yeah,
involved.
the
How long have you
non-commercial
guys?
vehicle. We don't carry the CDL, but any company that you work for, because even if you work for Intamins, you have to hold on, what's the name for you got to have a medical card, which is DOT.
Yeah,
Um, they carry it as well, even though they don't drive tractor trailers, they don't need a CDL, but they got to have the medical because if they get pulled over on the freeway by DOT, you got to have that medical card. I mean, personally, can vouch for that because he went through it and he didn't carry
wow,
on him and he got in trouble for it. That's how serious it is.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
really? I never heard
That
that
is
story, Pete.
I ain't really get in
You
trouble
got raided?
for it, but you
Percy was
know,
nervous as hell.
hey, because they pulled me over. I didn't know what they was pulling me over for. I was driving regular, and they just put the lights on. I'm like, why you put the lights on
wow,
for?
wow,
They,
And
they
so,
yeah
wow,
they do a thorough check. I mean they check everything.
wow. And
Hmm.
what are
That's
you
that.
driving? You driving? You driving a box or you driving
Well,
a
yeah, we,
what
we
are you
we
driving?
drive a normal sized box truck. Same thing with the what
yeah,
Jerome
I
drives.
think we all drive the same, like the regular box
Hmm.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but DOT don't play around. I mean, if you got a brake light out, you got to make sure you have your emergency kit on the truck.
I
Make sure that you have registration, insurance. Make sure that the RSRs are carrying their medical DOT card because if not, the fine doesn't go to the company. The fine goes to the driver.
yeah. It's
That's the
expensive.
responsibility. Yes, it is. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh
you know what's
wow.
funny about all that? When you just put in the chat about the process as far as buying a route, that's all the stuff now I have to add to the other things I'm building and putting together. So I didn't even think of that. No, I'm serious because it's like The chapters keep growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The chapters keep
I was
growing.
just thinking about that. I said, imagine writing that book. That would be a big, thick book because there's
Oh
so
man,
much into it.
it just keeps growing and growing. Everything, and not even book wise, just course wise on what we put
Right, but
together.
it's just
Yeah,
it's a good thing to have because at least if when a
no,
guy's interested in buying a route, they could open in that book and say, okay, this is the process I have to go through. So
yeah,
now instead of all right, I got to do this. I did this. No, but you got to give me that. I was like, shit. Now I got to wait. Now see with that handbook, he you get all the
everything,
process,
everything.
everything's right there, so you don't
Yeah,
have to wait.
and so like I said, it just turned. It's been fluid because every week, every day is something else, and it's just like moving pieces in a puzzle. You know what I mean? Well, this got to be
Hmm.
here. No, well, this got to go before this. Now that's got to go. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when it's time, I'll let you see when it's time. It's just crazy. But yeah, so yeah, P, I'm
Khal-
sorry you had to go through that.
And Khaleesi, and what do you guys? Khaleesi is what? Khaleesi, what type of bread is it? Bread
We're
or cheese?
roll. We're based on
Roll.
we are based
Okay.
on rolls, but we also carry sliced bread. We're trying to compete now with the other or our competitors because if you know LePage, well not LePage, Flowers, Bimbo,
Oh
Pepperidge
yeah.
Farm, they carry a lot of sliced bread. So in the wintertime, our roll doesn't move as well. So in the wintertime we do horrible with numbers. But as soon as spring comes around, it's like a switch. I mean, there's not a company out there that can compete with Khaleesi roll. That's how well our rolls
Really?
are. Oh yeah, it's
Wow.
Khaleesi is a well known roll. We do very well, and same thing. And I understand what um Jerome was talking about the Walmart that is going to be a problem because we do very well in the rolls, and we're going to need that space
Yeah,
because
even on a day when you bring in a stack and a half and leave it. Imagine when it's roll season and you start coming in, you're leaving 4. I'm leaving 7. You know what I mean? And 10 because of
hmm
just hots and hams alone. It's ridiculous when it's the
yeah,
cheap stuff.
yeah,
Mm.
They got to figure it out, man.
and
They really got to
there's some
figure it
resets
out.
coming up. We just told yesterday the big wides are going to have resets. They're coming up, and Stop and Shop too as well are coming up for resets.
We'll stop and shop. Hopefully tomorrow they don't
It's going
have
to be
that
a tough
issue.
one, and we'll see.
Yeah, man. You know,
I think for us, it's going to be a blessing since we haven't get any products. So if they do want to strike, we're we're good.
well,
The,
I
the
don't want to
market's
sound like
clean.
the negative guy, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna do good everywhere.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, you don't have,
So it's
but you guys don't. There's a potential strike. You know what I mean? So
oh
in
wow.
one of the supermarket chains up here. So
Yeah, and then northern New England, we're the Stop and Shop. They're the strongest chain stores
So
besides Walmart.
Khaleesi is Khaleesi just only northeast or
Yeah, just
okay, only
northeast. But
northeast. Okay.
they are expanding. They are what they're doing. They're just shipping their product through Gold Medal because they have a contract with Gold Medal, and Gold Medal they work with Stop and Shop. So Stop and Shop have other chain stores down south. So you will be seeing Khaleesi rolls down south. It's just a matter of
Mm,
timing. I mean, they're there now, but they're trying to expand and
mm,
bringing their rolls to down south.
yeah. What's the numbers? What's your average numbers of Khaleesi routes will do?
I mean, right now they're horrible. I mean, the pandemic didn't help. Uh, I mean, we did very well during the pandemic, but after the pandemic, it's tough because Stop and Shop is such a big competitor. They always want a bigger percentage, and because they want a bigger percentage, we have to keep raising the prices.
Mm,
And I kept telling our upper management that's going to be a problem because what we're doing is we're outpricing ourselves on the market. So especially
mm,
if customers are looking at the dollar and trying to get more for the buck, they're going to go to the deli or they're going to go to the bakery and they're going to pick up
yeah.
a $2 roll before they pick ours. I mean, ours is almost $5 for a six
Well,
pack, so
I
it is expensive.
yeah. See, you. It reminds me of like I'm an hour from Myrtle Beach right now,
Okay,
and from January to April, those routes suck,
yeah,
man. But
because
once
you're
April
by the
hit,
coast. You're by the
yeah,
coast, so you're by the water. So
once April hits, man, those guys. Oh, I went in the warehouse. Oh man, you talking about they're doing 35,000 each route, 35 grand a week.
I
Easy.
believe it because we have two routes that does the shore up in Connecticut, and those
Okay.
routes are amazing. I mean, we at one time in one year, one of the routes did I think was like close to 25,000 for
Yeah.
Khaleesi. That's unheard of. That's
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
right by the shore. So I mean, we like I said, we do very well with our rolls in the summertime, spring and summertime.
And then for me, like I'll be afraid like management might start hating if I'm doing that much business. And hey, you don't. Hey, let me get that store there and switch it over here. And that's one thing I've always, not like right now. I own mines. Nobody can take anything from me. So that's why
Hmm.
I was like, man, they might. They might have we might have an attitude with each other. Well, I'm going to take this stop off you and move it here, and he can make sense of it. Yeah, because this route might be doing less, but just because I ain't
See,
kissing his ass. So,
for me, it doesn't really bother me because like during the summertime, I do very well. But during the winter times, like I know that our routes are not going to do good, so I can't compete with Bimbo or Page because they had slice bread. So I keep telling our companies that we need to come up with some kind of slice bread, so when the winter time comes, we can compete.
mm,
What do they don't say
Well,
nothing, right?
we carry our slice bread right now that's on the market is the large round sourdough and the regular large round, which does very well. But as soon as one summertime, that dies out. So what I normally do, I expand on the rolls and just put more of that than the other. So
you control your orders too.
yes, yeah, we
Okay,
could.
you control. Okay,
But
okay.
it all depends. If you're high on stale, then the supervisor will have a sit down and say, "Hey, you're high on stale. Could you start cutting back?" And if you don't do it, then they will put the order in for you because
Oh,
it could become a problem.
I got you. So you
Yeah.
statute, you guys get W-2s too, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
Um, I was gonna ask a question, and I didn't want to cut you off. Clinton, it was something, and you guys were talking about. Oh, when you were talking about the buying the back routes, the selling the routes, the strike. So what I heard from one of the guys that told me this before, management at one of the stores said last time they had this issue with the strikes, they held out for whatever long, I don't know, 30 days or 40, whatever it was, and then they caved to their demands, gave them what they wanted, right? But then all the prices went up in the store. So
That's
Yeah.
that's
why
what's gonna
our prices went up because of
yeah,
that.
so that's what's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
They're gonna go on strike. They're gonna hold out. They're gonna give them what they want. And Stop and Shop, trust me, all my life I've been dealing with them. They're an expensive store
They are, but
compared to all
they,
these
they have these loyal
Save a Lot.
customers. They have
Yeah,
these loyal
Walmart.
customers, and they go and shop. But when they did that strike, it was bad because what they did is they pushed their loyal customers to the other store that they never shop, and they saw what they like, and they stayed.
They stayed. Yes, yes. See what happens, and just for Clinton, he doesn't know, but I'm sure every city has a market like this. The people shop and Stop and Shop because it's convenient. For me,
Hmm.
it's the closest supermarket to my house. So
I
what
got you.
happens is they're gonna have what you need. So it kind of the only thing that usually I shop in the Walmart that I service or the BJ's.
Yeah,
I got
I've
you.
learned to get everything I need in the stores I'm in.
While you're work,
Rarely I'll
yeah.
go in to do the big Y, but Stop and Shop, for it being so expensive, if I can avoid it, I don't buy anything there.
yeah. When it comes to it being so expensive, Stop and Shop and then Big Y are the two most
Yeah,
expensive
yeah,
chain stores up in it. But it's amazing how one year I think it was like maybe 3 years ago, Big Y they were doing bad, and they said they're going to close all these stores, and then come find out they turn it around and they're building new stores. I was like, what the hell's going on?
right. And you know what? And I'm gonna say Big Y is very clean,
Yes,
well run store. Not anything wrong with the store. I
no,
mean, if I had to say of the two, which one was a better run store or cleaner or just overall in general operational, Big Y. They got it.
They are.
They got it. But
They are.
very you're paying for that. You're paying for that good service.
That's true.
You're paying for that good service. So yeah, listen, I ain't gonna hold you guys. It's been about an hour. Los, thank you so much for joining and jumping on and giving some
Yeah, no
clarity
problem.
to that
No
issue.
problem.
Again, it's funny because you probably were listening. I don't like speaking on things I don't know. So, and I was saying, I got a Khaleesi guy, I got a Pepperidge guy, and then you jumped on. So it's good, man. It's good. Your input is valued and appreciated, and it's necessary. P, thank you for joining, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Next time, shine light on your face. The light is behind you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You
My
see how
bad.
you
My
can see
bad. My bad.
colors?
All
He's
right.
trying to be ahead of us. That's what it is.
Oh, look now I see.
Okay. My bad. No. You should have told me. I would have moved.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I don't want to interrupt like when people are talking and saying this stuff, because I'm trying to get better. I get comments like that. You need to shut up and let people talk. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh no, not like that. But you
Oh,
would be. Listen, if I show you some of the comments, and it's no big deal. People are entitled to critique in any way they want,
Yeah, of
and
course.
sometimes it's valid because I like to talk, but I learned I gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to cut Clinton off. You guys talking stuff that I don't know. I want to, because other people are listening for that information. So that's what it is. No, I mean, not, it's all good.
But
you know what I mean?
you the boss. This your platform. So,
Yeah, so, but, and it's
Sure
a way
is.
to do it. It's a way to do it. So, again, I appreciate it. Hold on. My boy Carolina, the most expensive rolls down here are probably Martin's.
Yep, he's right.
And
Yeah.
that's everywhere.
That's
worry,
everywhere.
not just down there. That's everywhere.
Good,
And my boy Drew was just telling me that I think they just went a little longer. They might be 4 or 5 days now instead of 3. They used to be a 3-day code.
Well,
Martin's?
Yeah. Now I think they're 4 or 5. He just told me they went a little
they
longer.
extend it. Yeah, they extend it.
Yeah. Not
Because
even.
they're trying to keep their percentage down because they were complaining about the stale percentage. So I think they extended the dates. But don't worry, Percy. We're going. I don't know if they told you, but we're going a 2-week code.
2 weeks. Well, yeah. What else? Yeah.
Yeah, that's major. You know what it is? It's funny
because they're trying to keep the stale down. That's why.
You know what's funny? We were talking last week. Was it last week? We were talking about that stale cap.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Into that.
Wrong.
Yeah,
I was just about to say something about that. That person was right, man. So my stale cap actually went down now, so I have to really watch it. It's not 10% anymore. So whoever
What is that,
made that comment, they were
8%?
right. No, it's at 9.2. It ain't bad.
That's not bad at all. Well, I mean, you're coming around springtime, so you'd be all right.
Yeah, hopefully. If I don't get food with those buns.
9.2. I thought you were gonna say something like 7 or 8.
Yeah, they got certain places got it at 7. So
you work for the page, right? You work for the page.
Flowers.
Yes, I mean I'm sorry, flowers.
Flowers. Yeah, I'm a flowers.
All right, so you carry the home pride hots and ham, now, right?
Yes.
That's a big thing.
Yes, it's a big thing. Where?
They started over here in Sam's Club.
Okay, so they just started, right?
About a month. I want to say about a month ago now.
Oh, brother. So we had it 5 years ago, and I had it for a very long time, and then Bimbo came in and just, oh God, they put them Sara Lee buns and they just completely decided.
Yeah, yes,
so
they
we finally
did.
got them back in. Thank you, Jesus. But the price point was supposed to be $3.59.
$3.59. Well, that's what for an 8-pack or a dozen pack?
No, it's 16 count. At Sam's Club.
That's actually a good price.
Yeah, but my competition, Bimbo, their Sara Lee is at their hamburger buns are at $3.78 now, and their hot dog buns are at $3.58. So they want to come in. Flowers want to come in at $3.59. Then when the day came, found out it's actually $3.66. So I'm still kind of struggling on sales with the hots, but I'm cheaper than him on the ham. So I'm kind of rocking and rolling. But people around here don't know about Home Pride.
So it's all individual in the bag, right? They don't have an 8-pack and 8-pack in one bag. Like
No. It's all it's cluster. It's a cluster.
it's a cluster.
Cluster
Okay,
bake.
yep.
Cluster bake. Yeah. But hey,
'Cause,
I mean, it's just quality, man. People like flowers because they like flowers for quality. So yeah, man. I try to be about quality, but man, price right now, price is where it's at, man. Everybody is penny pinching now. Price is where it's
yeah,
at. Now people can't, and right
Yeah,
now,
but
you know.
you say that, but I'm telling you, what happens is, and I always say, people find the money. They're gonna cook out. They're gonna party. They're gonna do like for some reason they find the money.
Did
yes,
you
they
run out of
do.
eggs? Did you guys run out of eggs in your
The
we ran out of
eggs.
eggs in Sam's Club
Nah,
like 3 or 4
night,
I
times.
night.
think there's
Yeah.
golden chickens. The way these eggs cost so much.
See, I don't have to worry about that because in my area, I have a farmer that chased me down the road all the time for some extra bread. So I always ask for that dozen of egg.
Oh
Listen,
wow. You
Brandon
lucky.
that usually comes on, he has chickens, right?
Oh, he
And
does.
Uh-huh.
Smart
he used
man.
to be like, "Hey, bring me the carton, I'll fill it for you." He ain't asked no one for a carton in months. I ain't seen him give nobody no eggs.
I
Them
think I
things are
think
gold, man.
I think last week Costco had the 18-pack eggs for was like 4.85,
Yeah,
and
man.
Really?
I just missed it. Yeah, they went back up, but it's like 8.49, which is still not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
It's
sounds
yeah,
about right. That sounds about right.
Yeah,
yeah.
BJ's, the cheapest one in BJ's right now is $9.99, and they don't stay on the shelf. The cooler's always empty.
yeah, there you go.
Soon as the store opens, they empty the cooler.
Yeah,
Wow.
And
it is.
people make a beeline. They come in the store, make a beeline, buy 3 or 4 or 5. I think it's a limit. You only can buy a couple,
Yeah, there is a limit.
and they buy their max every time. I think they go to the car and come back.
Yeah, see, in this
Wow.
house, all we do we either boil eggs or we fry eggs or do scramble. Other than
Yeah.
that, there's no bacon because the eggs is too expensive. That's
Yeah.
no cake. And so we, if you want cake, you go ask the vendor Intimates or a little Debbie.
You can't make a cake. You got to buy a cake.
That's right. It's
That's
cheaper.
funny. All right, man. I'm gonna let y'all get it
All
going, man.
right, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
You guys have a
See
good
you
night.
next week, Clinton. P, be easy.
Yes, sir.
Carlos, I'll see you in the
You
morning.
too, man.
All right, man.
All right,
Peace.
guys.
Peace. That's all I
Peace.
got for now. Stay blessed. Keep stacking.
All right.